Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. They're massive. Hello. Hi. There's our Monday audience. There's our Monday crowd. Where's my family? Oh, there they are. There's my family. Woo! Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Let's fix the tie. Woo! Hi! My voice cracked there for a second. I apologize. Happy, fix the tie. There we go. Happy Thanksgiving week. Have a seat. Let's get started. I'm really excited about this week. We are gonna have a really good time. We're gonna try to get you through that impending snowstorm when it happens. We're not gonna think about that right now. We're gonna think about this. Please give a lot of love to my good friend. There's Miss Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall.
Hello.
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 How was your weekend?
It was really good. I just want to say, I just love you so much for bringing me coffee this morning.
Oh, I know. I got a frantic text message at about 4:30 in the morning, like, we're out of coffee here at Fox 9. I desperately need it. If you stop at Starbucks, could you bring me some?
Yeah.
And I did.
It was an emergency.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I walked into the middle of a shot, but that's okay during the news. Well, I forget that the green screen, that's the green screen that Kendall does traffic on, Keith does weather on. I walked right in front of the camera.
Yep.
Mind you, I've been in television 22 years,
He
and I
sure
still
has.
did that, yeah.
Sure
Anyway.
has. It was a lifesaver. My little Stella was sick last night, so I didn't sleep much.
The puppy.
I put my hand right in it. I was like, oh. God.
Yeah, I could have done without that detail, but
Sorry.
that's fine. That's all right, yeah.
Good morning.
Well, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? I mean, was it, the weekend was good? Yeah. My goodness. I'm excited. I have my family's in the audience today. I have they're up in the top row there. My sister-in-law, Tammy, and my nieces, Ella and Presley, are here today. That's right.
Hey!
I was thinking about it, and I've never told this story publicly. Don't worry, I'm not going to embarrass. No. I'm not going to embarrass Tammy, Ella, or Presley, but this is how uneducated I was about dealing with children. I mean, I'm an only child, and I wasn't around children for a while, and then I married into Colin's family, and I'm not used to it. So I remember the first round of birthdays that Ella and Presley and their brother, they're laughing because they know what I'm going to say. Ella, Presley, and Carter had birthdays, and I love to give gifts. It makes me so happy, and also, I'm gay with no kids and disposable income. So I have the money, you know what I mean? So Colin goes, well, it's the kid's birthday. And I go, okay, I'll handle it. Because I was all excited because it was my first year with the family. So I gave them birthday cards and my mother-in-law goes, well, how much are you gonna give them? Like 5, 10? And I go, oh no, I put $50 bills in there. And they go, you can't give a child $50. And I said, I don't know,
I don't think anyone complained.
They didn't complain, but I'm just saying. But my mother-in-law was mortified. She's like, you're setting the bar high for the rest of us. And I said, I didn't know.
Well, you just wanted to be cool Uncle Jason.
Well, I know, but I love them. And I was just like, well, I mean, okay, 50. They can go get, I don't know what kids get, but I mean, I was like, but yeah, I was slapped down a little bit on that one. So we went back to more moderate, but yeah, it was great. I was like, she's like, how much did you put in? 50? I don't know. Yeah. They didn't complain. I'm just telling you.
No.
Hey, a little bit later, I was going to tell it here, but I wanted to tell that story a little bit later, toward the end of the show. I'm going to tell you how I got into an argument with a woman in my building over the weekend. Yeah. Oh.
Girl.
And shockingly, it wasn't over this new coat. I mean, let me tell you.
Which I love.
I know. I'm wearing this for the woman who hates when I wear pinstripes. She's going to love this jacket. Yeah. Oh. She ain't gonna like this. Anyway, it's fun. It's new. It's for the holidays.
I like it.
Thank you. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. I saw a woman over the weekend that said when I do this, she does it with me with her cup of coffee. So to that lady, hi. Well, let's get started. The American Music Awards aired last night, and everyone was waiting. Everyone was watching really for one reason, to see if Taylor Swift what she would do when she took the stage. Because, you know, she's in the middle of a feud with Scooter Braun over the rights to her old music. And she claimed he was preventing her from singing her hits. But she did it anyway. Look at this. Number one, shortest clip ever. If we play anything more, it costs us like $8 million. So yeah, Taylor won 6 AMAs, including Favorite Pop Rock Album and Artist of the Year. She now, listen to this, she now has more AMAs than Michael Jackson. Yeah, so say what you will, Billie Eilish beat out Lizzo for New Artist of the Year. I don't know how, look, Billie Eilish is everywhere. People, I like her. But I really do. We all wanted to see Lizzo. I mean, all of us here in Minnesota, we wanted to see Lizzo win Best Artist.
I mean, think so.
Now, I will say, speaking of Lizzo, forget the AMAs. She actually won Best Accessory because look at this. Look at her outfit. So there's her outfit, but she sported, that's her purse, everybody. That's her mini Valentino bag. I mean, literally, there's one Advil in there. Just one little Advil.
Oh, my word.
Kendall, will you please get a purse like that for tomorrow? Will you order? I'll order you one on Amazon.
Well, go for it. I mean,
a little bitty Valentino, just a little bitty one.
Yeah, just a little bitty one.
That is cute.
Looks like an SNL skit.
Did you, we're going to talk about SNL. Did you watch any of the AMAs?
No, because bedtime.
Oh, bedtime, yeah. It was good. It was probably one of the more entertaining ones. And
yeah?
Taylor didn't say anything about Scooter in any of her acceptance speeches. She wore a T-shirt that had a lot of words on it, which you can wink, wink, nod, nod, read through. Mm-hmm. But I thought she kept it really classy. It was a good show. Shania Twain.
I was going to say, did you see Shania? Because I taped it just to watch
Yeah,
Shania.
Shania was good. And then Toni Braxton did Unbreak My Heart. Oh. She looks exactly the same as she did 20 years ago.
Unfair.
Yeah, I love that song. Next in the dish, speaking of Saturday Night Live, Will Ferrell was back hosting SNL this weekend. It was his 5th time hosting, and here's a clip from one of the better sketches of the night. Look at this.
Dad and I will be back on Sunday, and remember, no parties.
We promise.
Ronna, I'm coming.
It's on.
Whip out the phone, start sending texts. Our parents are gone. You know what happens next.
Having a party should be cool.
Who's here?
The entire school. Everybody came. The jocks and the geeks, popular girls, the goths and the freaks.
Class clowns crushing beers.
He is boozing.
Nerd playing beer pong.
He is losing.
The quarterback's here. That's hella lit. Glad you came through.
Party's legit.
Stoner kid twisting of a thick ass blunt.
And sitting on the couch is my AP English teacher.
Cause we having a party.
Well, Will opened up the show with his monologue, as the hosts do, but instead of telling jokes, Will just fangirled over Ryan Reynolds in the front row, who was sitting right there.
It was so fun.
I did that one time. Executive producer Jeff just reminded me, and Ellen Presley don't do this, but don't follow Uncle Jason's advice here. But the first time I was ever left alone, like my mom and my dad were going to spend the night like at a hotel or something, and it was the first time I had the house to myself. I invited like a few friends over to my house, didn't tell them, and they kept inviting people, and I'll never forget it. This friend, Joseph Hatchett, walked in with, I'm not joking, 80 bags of Burger King. So the wrappers were everywhere. And in the middle of the party, my party, the phone rings, and it's my mom telling me that she had a bad feeling and they were coming home. So I hung up the phone and I went, "Get out!" And everybody starts leaving. No. So the next day I come home from school. I cleaned up everything. They got home and I'm like laying on the couch going, "Hi, did you guys have fun? Why are you home?" The next morning, I walk in the door. My mom's leaning against the wall and she goes, thought you were pretty slick, huh? And I went and I like pee dribble. I was like, oh my goodness. I was so dumb, I forgot my dad's boss lived across the street and called my mom and dad at the hotel and said, there are 100 kids entering your house right here. Yeah, not good.
So she didn't have a bad feeling.
She didn't have a bad feeling. Yeah, she had AT&T, yeah. Next in the dish, another shakeup coming to America's Got Talent. Gabrielle Union and Julianne Hough are out as judges. The two had replaced Mel B and Heidi Klum for the show's 14th season last year, but that will reportedly be their only season. Now, we don't know why the two were given the boot. Simon Cowell, Howie Mandel, and Terry Crews, who host the show, they're going to be back. Look, I find it very odd, and I'm not pulling the sexist card, but I find it very odd that when the network or Simon Cowell, who owns that show, when they want to change things, the guys always stay, but they always get rid of the women on that show. And I don't get Howie Mandel's been there since the beginning of time.
Right.
Why, if they're trying to ramp the ratings up and bring some fresh air, get him out of there. Or get Simon out of there. Why is it always the women that they replace on that show?
It is interesting, and it's not like they can say, well, they just weren't attractive or talented enough.
No. Well, and I don't even know why they got rid of Mel B and Heidi Klum. I thought they were fantastic. I know.
Right.
But let's be clear. The show will never be as good as when Howard was on there. Baba Booey, Howard. We have a lot more to come. Go get another cup of coffee, and we'll be back right after these words. More hot dish. Nene Leakes dropped some major shade toward one of her co-stars, as only Nene can. Bloop. Plus, Kendall's given us the dish on Phantom of the Opera, which is now playing here in the Twin Cities. Then, forget cooking, we have the list of the best places to eat out with your family for Thanksgiving. And speaking of the holiday, Black Friday is almost here. What are the biggest fashion trends you're going to find? Fashion diva Sarah Rogers from the Mall of America will show us with a fabulous fashion show. That's all coming up, so stay right there.
And I met Henry Van Ash, who along with A.J. Hackett pioneered bungee jumping on this very bridge. There are no natural predators in New Zealand, so Kiwis brag that they had to invent their own ways to almost die.
Is that it? There you go. There's your future right there, Stephen. And just cards on the table. I'm not a huge fan of heights. Or drops, really. What's it like?
Your head's going to be exploding with excitement, and your heart will be leaping out of your chest with, first of all, fear.
So I headed to the bridge to face my fear. And fear won.
Here's to you, old friend. We'll see you later on the beaches of Ohio. Let's go bungee.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah! Never, ever. There's a lot of things I would do for television. That is not one of them. No. Stephen, whatever, audience. Stephen Colbert bungee jumping to cap off New Zealand week on The Late Show on Friday night. There's no way. No. You know, on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Audience, give it up for our friend Sean from TMZ. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Jason. How's it going?
Sean, have you ever gone bungee jumping?
No, I don't think I'm gonna be likely to either.
No, I don't pay for danger. You know what I mean? No,
I don't pay for stress and anxiety. I got enough of it.
Exactly.
Like, no thanks.
I'm with you. First up, ASAP Rocky wants to go back to Sweden. Why?
Okay, so we know that he's going back to Sweden because he is going to be performing there in December, but he wants to add an additional performance to his concert dates there. He wants to perform for the prison inmates who he served alongside while he was detained there through that whole, assault incident, if you'll remember.
Yes.
Now, he said that he doesn't think that the prison would go for it, but we spoke to prison officials and they said, listen, he hasn't made an official request to do it, but we're open to it and we will take it very seriously. It's not an automatic no. So we're waiting to see whether or not ASAP's going to follow up on that and actually try and perform for these guys.
Sean, you're going to love this. The first time you guys ever did a story on ASAP Rocky, we were live. I was with Charles doing this segment, and I referred to him as ASAP Rocky.
I mean, it's fair.
Thank you, audience. Thank you.
It's a fair mistake.
I had no idea.
Yeah. If you've only seen it in text, it's like Kesha when she had the $sign in her name also.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Confusing.
It's confusing. Next up, Kanye and his choir took over the Hollywood Bowl. How did it go?
Yeah, so he had a new opera called Nebuchadnezzar, which was based on a biblical tale about the ancient Babylonian king from the book of Daniel. He brought his Sunday service choir along with Peter Collins was there, a group Infinity's Song, and this was directed by his longtime collaborator Vanessa Beecroft. Now, it was only about 50 minutes long, and the show did get about 2 hours, started about 2 hours late. But people, there were a lot of celebrities in the crowd, including Brad Pitt, from what we hear. So interesting to see that this is his next venture after his performance at Joel Osteen's church in Houston and all his Sunday services that he's been doing. He's certainly being a busy guy. Also, his God is King, Jesus is King album that came out recently.
Finally, though, this video is crazy. The Weeknd shutting down the streets in Vegas. What's happening?
Yeah, so this is a video that was filmed a couple weeks ago that we got exclusively. It's Fremont Street in Vegas, which if you've been there or seen any movies, set there, is really iconic outside the Four Queens Casino. So this is late at night, and we see him running down the street as cameras are following him, dressed in a very sort of Vegas type attire, a red blazer, dress shoes that are sort of like black and white. Now, it's interesting because this is obviously going to be for some sort of music video, and he hasn't released any new music since March of 2018, and that was just an EP. That wasn't a full album. So a lot of people are really excited that seeing this video that we could be getting some new Weeknd music.
ASAP Sean, thank you, buddy. Have a good week.
Thanks, Jason.
You can watch TMZ on TV. Check your local listings. You know what I'm going to say. You know me. You looked at me when that story. What is up with the 2 hours late? I don't like what people are paying a lot of blinking money, and you're going to make them wait for 2 hours. If this show, and it was, I guess, put on fairly last minute, if you need more rehearsal time, why don't you just start the show like at 10 instead of having people come at 8? I'll never understand that.
No, and real church starts when it says it's going to start. Like, that man is up there and he's like preaching at 9 a.m. So if you're going to call it church, you better start on time. Oh. I'm just saying.
There we go. Thank you.
The Lutherans do not wait, okay?
That's right. This has been Church Chat with Kendall. That's right. More dish for you this morning. One of the OG housewives, Nene. This has no redeeming story value. It's just classic Nene. Nene was on Andy Cohen last night, and she was asked to say some nice things about her arch nemesis and former friend from Atlanta, Kenya Moore. Look at this.
I think she has nice contacts. I think she has a nice grade of hair. And let me think.
Come on, Nene, a real one.
Those are so real. And I think the line around her lip is nice.
I mean, is it shady? Yes. Is it funny? Yes. That is good. The line around her lips is good. That's the
nice.
only compliment you can give somebody. I love Nene. Sometimes drives me nuts, but she can drop shade like nobody else.
And she does not care.
No. Bloop. Bloop. That's her little thing. Next up, the Phantom of the Opera is back in Minneapolis at the Orpheum Theater, and Kendall attended on Friday night. What did you think?
before you say how you feel about the Phantom of the Opera in general, I loved it.
Yeah. Because our pre-show meeting was very divided, and Aaron Schwab's already shaking her head. I disappointed Kendall and I disappoint Aaron Schwab. I can't stand Les Mis and I can't stand Phantom of the Opera. No.
Okay, so my big takeaways. I've seen Phantom before.
Yeah.
It was, there it is right there, the best Phantom I've ever seen. The best man who played the Phantom.
Oh, the best casting. Oh, okay, got it.
Yes, his voice was huge. It was beautiful, and his acting was very visceral, which was just, it was awesome to see. Set, very, very cool. If you are going and have never been, I won't ruin anything. Do not get up early for intermission or to leave. There are some surprises with the set. Have
you seen this before?
Yes, yes. And I've seen the movie.
Okay.
And I've seen the show, yes.
Okay. Compared to other, because, you know, when shows come here and they're traveling companies, it's different sets, it's different interpretations. Are there a lot of differences, or is it pretty classic? Do they make a lot of changes?
There's one main difference about the Phantom in the second half. There's a different scene that I haven't seen before.
Okay.
Now, my husband would like to say, because he's never been to a big show, he's got super bad ADHD, and I mean this in a loving way, he has a really hard time focusing.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, do you want me to run you through how this works? Nope, I just want to see it, I want to like experience it. I asked him, what are your takeaways? He said, oh, like the dancing and the singing was so cool, the set was his favorite, and he goes, I have no idea what happened though. I was like, okay, so the Phantom, he loves Christine, and she's like, who's Christine again? I'm like, oh my God, okay.
Jordan, I see you. We see each other, as Nene would say. That's how I felt at Les Mis.
Okay.
I knew that there was a hooker and there was a piece of bread, and that was about it.
And maybe a French Revolution.
That was it.
Okay.
And she wanted bread. She started singing about the bread, and then there's the French Revolution.
French
hooker,
Revolution.
bread,
Big.
French Revolution. That's all I knew.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you're gonna go to Phantom, like I said, it moves really well. Even if you're not into musicals, it's something that I think anyone would really enjoy.
I did not walk out of Phantom, but I famously said on this show, I've walked out of a few because look, we're very lucky in this job. We get to go to, you know, media nights for the Hennepin Broadway series. So I always feel very lucky. I never take it for granted, but I have walked out of a few shows, Cats being one of them. Yeah. I didn't even I wanted all of their 9 lives to expire quickly. Yeah. Wanted them all. I wanted to rattle all 9 lives off real quick. I left at intermission. I left at Les Mis, and I left really quick. We left at Les Mis, and I brought my friend Kristen, and I looked at her, and I'm like, we have to get out of here because I'm miserable. So we walked, and the press person, the PR person who arranges the tickets, is a friend of mine, and she's right by the door. And Kendall looks at me, and Kristen looks at me. She goes, "How are we going to leave?" And I go, "Let me handle it." And I walk up to her, and I go, "Hey, girl," I go, Kristen has to go smoke. We'll be right back. And Kristen looks at me. She goes, "I don't smoke." And I go, "You do now. You do now. We got to get out of here." Yeah. No.
That does not happen at Phantom of the Opera. It was amazing.
I know. I was like, she's like, "Oh, are you guys?" I go, "We have to go smoke. We'll be right back. We'll be right back." Never came back in. We went to a Waffle House or something. It was like, no, I couldn't handle it. Oh, it was awful.
Don't you smoke like this?
I don't know how you smoke. I don't know. Oh, like this. Oh, this is
That's
a different type.
Something else.
Ella Presley, close your ears. I was like, yeah. This is like
that's
that.
Cigarette.
That's the Joan Crawford going. I don't know. I don't smoke. Either. Still ahead. Keep your jokes to yourself, everyone. Still ahead, we're running down some new trends as we head into Black Friday. But next, Thanksgiving is coming up this week. And if you and your family don't want to cook, don't worry. Local Rider is here to give us some opinions for dining out on the big day. We'll be right back with Cinnamon right after this. Well, the audience was just treated to Aaron Schwab singing the best of Les Mis in that commercial break. That's right. I said, if Aaron was in the show, I wouldn't have walked out. Yeah. For the last few weeks, we've been sharing tips for your Thanksgiving meal, but some of you, I get it. You just want to go out to eat on Thursday. And our next guest, yes, has some places for you to hit. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for local journalist and contributor to Eater Twin Cities, Cinnamon Janzer, everybody. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's great
Love
to be
the
back.
shoes.
Thank you.
Those
Their
new?
debut, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
fabulous. Thank you for being here. Okay, so you put together a list because this is I think the trend of this is becoming more acceptable than it was like in the 80s or 90s. People don't care anymore to go out to eat.
I mean, it's a lot of work. And
It's a
so,
lot of
go
work.
out, have fun, get out of the kitchen. Like, there's plenty of great places to go.
Let's start in the North Loop.
The North Loop, yeah. So Tullabee at the Hewing has turkey from Wild Acres and family-style sides, and like always a great excuse to go there because it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, if you have guests in, it's one of those places you're looking at the website right here, and it's in my neck of the woods too. It's in my neighborhood. It is just, don't you think, Cinnamon? It's just, it's quintessential, like, cool Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. That like kind of northern Minnesota hip, and like their old fashions are amazing.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong.
and don't feel intimidated. You can go in there. I see people in T-shirts and jeans.
I've seen people in pajamas.
Yeah,
like, in
seriously.
The bar.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Cinnamon, that was me. That was me. Yeah. Okay, let's move French Meadow.
Yeah. So French Meadow is the best, I think, if you have a bunch of dietary needs that you're trying to meet, which can be difficult at home. So they have vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, pretty much everything is organic, and all of your favorite, Thanksgiving dishes as well. So something for literally everybody.
And it's the quality that French Meadow does, they're one of them that doesn't get a lot of buzz because they've been around for so long, but they should because they do it so well every single day. They're really good.
Yeah, and it's at both of their St. Paul and Minneapolis locations. So.
Let's go. We're talking theater, the theater district, Mercy, right in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah. So they are doing dinner. I think it starts at 5 and goes a little bit later. So they're doing Thanksgiving at night, but then during the day they're still open the regular hours and the regular menu. So you can go kind of both ways at Mercy.
And I've been there. It was a couple years ago. We went. We had a smaller Thanksgiving, and then we went there for a little later evening, and it's a great atmosphere too.
Again, a really beautiful place to spend some time.
Good dining room. Okay, the How.
The How, yeah. My favorite thing about the How is that there's a little dish for dogs because they have a heated, covered patio.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I've never been there. Where is it?
You're missing out. It's in like South Minneapolis. I want to say it's either Minnehaha or Hiawatha. I get them confused. I think it's Minnehaha.
Yeah.
But don't quote me.
And then, so food-wise too, really, really good?
Yeah. So they have their regular menu all day long alongside a Thanksgiving option as well. And then you don't have to leave your pup at home if you don't want to.
And they can get little Thanksgiving dinner too.
Yeah, a little, I think they call it like a mutt loaf and smashed. I know, right?
I'll have to get 2 for Mr. Big. He's a big eater, yeah. And finally, back in downtown Minneapolis, right on Uptown, Stella's Fish Cafe.
Stella's, yeah. So if you want to go the seafood route, there's an option for that as well.
Yeah.
They are doing a buffet during the day, and it's all you can eat. And then at night, starting I think around 4, there's a plated option, and they're mixing Thanksgiving with seafood. So, going a little untraditional.
Another place that's been around for a while, but still does really well. And Uptown is a hard area to succeed in as far as the restaurant business.
Yeah. And it's not patio season now, but other times of the year it's great.
That rooftop is fantastic.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Well, thank you for getting new shoes for today.
Oh, of course.
Cinnamon, everybody, for all of this information, head to twincities.eater.com. Still ahead, everybody, we are opening up the Jason Show mailbag. Oh, what are y'all saying this week? You're going to find out when we return. Back after this. Thank you, Cinnamon. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, if you want to be in our audience, we have a pretty full audience the rest of the week, but after the holiday, come see us. All you have to do is go to the Facebook page, click on that ticket tab. You're in by 9:15 and you're out by 11:15. We tell you stories. You can win a mug. You can hear Aaron singing the best of Les Mis.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That was good.
That was fantastic.
That's really good.
It is time to hear from you. Let's open up the Jason Show mailbag, everybody. First up, we got a huge reaction from a lot of you following our latest Jason Show staff show on Friday. Now, if you missed it, go back and watch it on YouTube. We are all saying we had the most fun on Friday, and we shared some of our favorite recipes for Thanksgiving. Many of you loved Kendall's monkey bread recipe for the audience obviously saw that show. And I put recipe in air quotes because look at my face right there. Kind of says everything. Kurt writes to us, "Hey guys, the monkey bread segment was the funniest thing I've seen anywhere in a very, very long time. Let's just tell you, it wasn't meant to be funny. Cooking with Kendall should be a thing now."
It should not.
Yes.
It should not.
Yeah.
It should not.
We are going to crowdsource this right now. Let us know what you think of this idea because we got done with the show and photographer Eric came up to us and said, we should do this with Kendall. We're going to do something called Nailed It with Kendall where you all send Kendall like your family recipes.
Don't do that.
With minimal instruction. And she has to try to create it for you. Yeah. Yes.
They could send me all the instructions and I still wouldn't get it right.
Because keep in mind that monkey bread was Kendall's mother-in-law's recipe.
Yeah, her little you can whip this up. You can't screw it up.
And again, Kendall messed it up. There was a woman in the audience that made the monkey bread that was literally praying because Kendall was messing it up. Barb says, I tried the monkey bread. I did it the correct way.
Hi.
Shade, and it was delicious. Thumbs up to Kendall for sharing a great recipe.
Even if you do it wrong, it tastes good. I had mine this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great.
I will say yours was delicious, even the messed up version. Yeah, it was good. Just saying. Sherry has a question about my mac and cheese. Do you rinse the pasta after cooking, and can you cook it in a crock pot versus the oven? I don't know, ask Patti LaBelle. I don't know, it was a Patti LaBelle, it's her Patti LaBelle Over the Rainbow mac and cheese. I think you could do it in a crock pot, absolutely. As far as rinsing the pasta, I did not. I just got the water out, and then I added a little vegetable oil to it, which is what you're supposed to do, yeah.
What does that do, just make it slimy?
I have no idea. I don't know. Again, hashtag Ask Patty. Finally, another post about Boppy, the booty-shaking llama. Yeah, featured by the toy guy a few weeks ago. Again, that's our new show mascot. We named ours Lorenzo Llama after Falcon Crest star Lorenzo Lamas. My nieces have no idea what Falcon Crest is. It's all right. Bonnie says, I was just at the Eden Prairie Best Buy and there were two on the shelf. I grabbed both and walked around with them under my arms. I ran into a lady who excitedly said, I saw that on the Jason Show. Where did you find them? I then told her that these were the only two left on the shelf, and then our eyes met. Kismet. I gave her one. And we walked out of the store giggling about Boppy. Yeah, see?
Good people.
Jason Show fans
Saves
coming
lives.
together. I love it.
Or
yeah. Did you buy one?
Oh, we have one.
I know. I need to get it. I know we have a few new kids in our family. I'll get them. Yeah. I'm sure the mom and dad will love me getting them a booty shaking llama. Anyway, you can stay connected with our show on social media. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search for Jason Show TV. And again, you can get tickets to our show via our Facebook page. And full episodes are available every day on our YouTube channel as well. Just search for Jason Show TV and our replay, 3 p.m. on our sister station, Fox 9 Plus. Still ahead, everybody, we're running down some of the hottest fashion trends as we head into Black Friday. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment.
Okay.
Welcome back. Yeah, send everybody sport codes.
Yes, I love it too.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Black Friday is coming up at the end of the week, and odds are clothing could be on your shopping list, and we're getting a look at some of the winter trends that will be a huge part of Black Friday shopping. Give it up for my good friend who has amazing shoes today, Sarah Rogers from the Mall of America.
Thank you, Jason. I know you recognize these.
I do. Is that a Sarah Jessica Parker?
Yes,
it
they
is.
are.
Those?
I'm feeling like a little Cinderella with these.
I'm just telling you, if you
Aren't
click
they
those 3
beautiful?
times, you're going to go to the Emerald City. I'm just telling you, yeah.
Wouldn't I love that?
Okay, so this is where on Black Friday we are going to see like the trends for the season for winter, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm expecting a lot of great deals.
And here we go. Who do we have first?
All right, let's bring out our first model showing you one of the top gifts, excuse me, and one of the top items to have in your wardrobe right now, ladies.
Okay.
Yes, I'm talking that jacket that she's wearing. It's referred to either as a teddy jacket or also Sherpa. And that means both shearling terminology. This one is from Athleta. It's in that beautiful olive green color, but you're gonna see lots of iterations on it. So if you don't want the pullover style with the zip, I happen to love this one because it kind of can mimic a turtleneck. But you'll see bomber style. You'll see them where they're 3/4 length. There's just so many great styles to choose from.
Across a lot of price points?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is beautiful in the bag.
Isn't it beautiful? I found that bag at the Silver Jean store. You're going to see a lot of camouflage continuing on. We love that.
Yeah.
That's something that is very timeless, but now you can do it in a nice lightweight bag, which is what I liked about that. And then her hiking boots, another great trend that we saw a little bit of last year, more this year. This one from LL Bean. What I like about these, warm, comfortable, and waterproof.
What I love about it is this whole thing looks incredibly comfortable. Like unbelievably comfortable.
Good look, right?
Thank you so much, audience. Give it up. Thank you. I love that, Sarah.
Me too.
Yeah. Who do we have next?
Let's bring out our next model, Kiki.
Love those boots already.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to talk about those boots?
Let's start with the boots. I love those boots.
Aren't those boots cute? Those are from the Merrill store at Mall of America. And so that's another store where you can look for great comfort and support in your boots. What I liked about these, they're leather and a textile fabric. So you get that mixed media trend where you're mixing a couple different fabrications together, and they kind of mimic the combat boot style a little bit, but it's about comfort, you know, with that arch support. All of that is there for us. But the sweater trend is another major look that I'm seeing.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that a beautiful?
That's a beautiful sweater.
This is from LL Bean. It's a wool blend. I love it. It's a Fair Isle print. Beautiful colors, just natural colors. Great for us ladies that love to wear black and white. Here's a way to kind of mix that up.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that's one of those that you could do that casual, or you could absolutely go to like a happy hour with that with your coat. Yeah.
I definitely would. And the nice thing, they call it a coatigan because it means that you, like the weather we're having right now, you could wear it as a coat. But then when our temperature dips, you know, with wind chill and negative
it goes to the again.
You can now add a coat over it.
Thank you, Erin, for laughing at that. Yeah. We start the coat again. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kiki. And next we have Anna.
Bring it on. Come on, Anna.
Yes. Everyday style, that biker jacket, another great wardrobe staple. This is from the Silver Jean store at the Mall of America. And then underneath, this is another big trend, animal print, ladies.
Still okay.
Animal print. And it can be your cheetah, or it can be, as we're showing here, the snake print.
Yeah.
And that snake print, I'm just telling you, I'm just seeing that everywhere. You can get it in shoes, tops, belts. It's just bags. I mean, you have a lot of opportunities to embrace this trend into your wardrobe.
If you learn nothing else from today's show, snake. Just remember snake. Yeah. And the cut. Sarah, I'm always interested in what's in as far as the cut of a jean.
Yes.
It's still, is that a higher waisted than about 5 years ago, right? We're still.
That's right.
Yeah.
That low rise just isn't in the spotlight right now. It is all about mid rise. I'm seeing coming back in a little bit more, but it really has been more about that high rise.
Okay.
And still crop tops too. Even for this time of year, a lot of girls are wearing it. If you have it like that.
Yeah, exactly,
Not exactly what I'm going to be
If you have it like that. If you don't have it like that, wear a Carter coat. Or yeah.
There you go.
Right there, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Anna, that price point's pretty good, right?
Yes.
All that whole outfit.
Yes.
Who do we have
Yes.
next?
And then last but not least, I have Christina.
Hi, Christina. Animal print.
Yes. I wanted to show you. Here it is in the cheetah print. This is from the Good American store at the Mall of America. And I just love these kind of kimono robes that ladies are taking, you know, from the inside to outside the home.
Is that a kimono coat?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, yes.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Sarah. I came up with the term there. That's right, yes.
Look at the fun sleeve detail. Look for a lot of that in your fashion choices this season.
I got to give Sarah credit. She's always on point. She will tell us, you called the whole sleeve detail thing a year ago. You said that sleeve detail was going to be the thing in every shirt I see. Sleeves.
It really is. And then turtlenecks, those are back in fashion too.
Turtlenecks are back?
Yes, I mean, it's not like they ever really left,
Yeah.
but we're seeing a lot of street style where a lot of people are wearing them layered under button-up shirts even. So, but they look great with skirts, you know, too.
How about God? Can I just have a dude moment?
Mhm.
Are they back for dudes?
Yes.
They are?
Yes, yes, yes,
Crap.
yes. Do you not like them?
I don't know. I struggle.
Okay.
We got to go shopping together. We got to
Okay,
find a
have fun.
turtleneck that we'll do.
We'll have
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
That would be
But
great.
that looks nice together. Yeah.
Yes, and then her boots are from the Tom's store. And remember about Tom's, this time of year, we're looking to give. This is a gift that gives.
Yeah.
And it used to be if you bought a pair of shoes, they'd give another pair of shoes to a needy cause. But now they have like 5 different causes. So it doesn't have to be, just to giving back shoes. It could be giving to mental health or to homelessness. So they have different ways for you to give.
Sarah, what's the price point of this here? This one?
That cardigan, I've got them in wrong order.
It's
here.
all right. It's all right.
Sorry about that.
No.
Christina, she's in here. Kimono is $175, and then the shoes from Tom's are $149.95.
That's a good,
Yeah,
Yeah, and that'll last for a long time.
Yes.
Bring out all the models. Come on in, everybody. Here for everybody. Now, doors at the Mall of America open at 5 on Friday.
5.
And let me give you all a tip. Use valet. I mean, pull that money together. If you don't want to worry about parking, it's my best tip for the Mall of America.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know they have valet, and it'll save you time and yelling at your family. That's all I'm going to say. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this. Thank you, sweetie. My goodness. Welcome back. Kendall's back. What did you, out of all those things, what did you love the most?
Kimono, turtleneck. Oh, yes.
You,
all of it.
You would look great in
That's like my look. Like if I could put my look on a model, that would be it.
You would look really good in that. Well, let's just go take it from the model. She's back there somewhere.
I'm sure it'd be my size.
Yeah, I'll distract her and then just grab it.
Hi, you're so cute.
Swish! Right there, yeah, anyway. We're gonna take a break, everybody. We're gonna wrap up the show when we return. Back after this. We'll just go back there now. So the woman in my building. So, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I know. I'll make this really quick. So, like, you know how when you go into a communal apartment building, you're told not to let a stranger walk in with you when you buzz yourself in for safety reasons.
Right.
The same holds true for a garage door. There's a giant sign in our building as you enter our garage that says, stop and wait for the door to fully close before, you don't let another car in behind you. So I'm pulling into the driveway yesterday, and this car is parked right in the middle of the driveway. And like just standing there. So I give her about a minute and I'm like, okay. And she's feverishly going, move around, come around. So I moved around and I used my fob to open the garage door. And she proceeds to ride my butt inside the garage. And I was like, oh, confrère, mon frère. So, and she's laying on her horn. And I'm like, you're breaking the rules. You need to use your fob to reopen. So I finally let her in and we're in the elevator together and I go, excuse me. I said, are you the person in the gremlin? And she was, yeah. And I go, I was trying to protect us. And I said, because I don't want to let strangers into our building. I go, I've had things robbed from my thing. I go, and she was, well, I was waving my fob. I go, you mean the fob you didn't have 2 seconds before that? Yeah.
No,
and I
girl.
walked out and I go, sorry that I'm the only one following association rules. And I walked out of the elevator. It's like, well, we're trying to keep people safe.
Handing out
I
the
was in a
shade.
mood. Tomorrow on the show, we're getting you ready to write Christmas letters. Plus, we're chatting live with Garth Brooks about his new A&E special. That's going to do it for us. Don't worry. The audience is sad. You can come back tomorrow. Go out there and be yourself, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.